Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife.
Marie.
And you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
Yeah, welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever fine podcasts are. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it just to make sure you're always getting your new Going In Raw content. We've actually had some sub growth over the last couple days.
Whoa.
As minimal
Unheard
as it
of.
is. It has been going back up. What was that
Whoa.
milestone? We had like got
189,000.
It was 189. I thought it was 191 or something.
Oh, we got there, yeah. Then we.
Yeah, and then we went back down. But I thought we made a big deal about one of them. Was it 189?
Yeah, that's what you made the trophy over there for.
Oh, okay. So we're still above that. That's good. Anyways, we're also available at
If we dip below
the Patreon.
189, that's gonna be a huge setback.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna have to destroy that trophy.
We're gonna have to. Yeah, we'll make a video destroying that trophy.
And then if
It'll be a public service announcement. We have an announcement to make.
yeah,
So Thayer Thabata in our closed Facebook group, the Friendoverse. I say it's ours, it's theirs. It's
Yeah.
Mikey Omega, he runs it. Thayer Thabata is heavily involved. Thayer Thabata put together a Ponzi scheme or a raffle. I don't know which one it is. It all seemed very shady, but apparently there is actually a winner of this raffle. It was for an all-in ticket, and somebody won it, and then he wanted me to announce the winner, and the winner of the all-in ticket is Thayer Thabata.
congratulations.
That can't be right.
Thayer?
He won it himself? Did he just have everybody buy him an all-in? Wow, what are the odds of that happening? No, actually, it's the name is. Can I get a drum roll? Gatlin Hooten. Did he also win best name? What a great name! Gatlin Hooten won the raffle, so he won an all-in ticket.
Congratulations.
To prove Gatlin Hooten isn't actually an alias of Thayer Thabata's, he sent me a picture of his Facebook, which is fairly stalkerish, I think. But he's got an adorable kid, and he seems like just a swell human being. He's got a great beard. There's some pictures of the coastline here. Some coastline. I don't know which one it is. Probably the west. And then like his cute little kid here. So he's going all in now.
Congratulations.
That's fantastic. Or he's going to flip it on eBay. I don't know. One of the two.
Who knows?
It's his now. He can do what he wants.
Exactly.
Anyways. Congratulations, Thayer Thabata, on running your successful Ponzi scheme.
Yes. Hopefully it was worth your while.
Exactly. No, I'm going to send out Thayer Thabata. I'm going to send him out a shirt.
Good.
Of our
Yes,
Going
yes,
In Raw
yes,
shirts.
yes. He does a lot for the community.
He does a lot for the
we
community.
really appreciate it.
He's flipping great.
Yeah, he is great.
Anyways, moving on. Because he kept on bugging me. He was like, hey, you guys should take that Going In Raw Patreon shirt, the $50 one, and move it to Pro Wrestling Tees and then come up with a new one so I can get that for $20 instead of $50. And I said, it doesn't really work that way.
No.
But I'll just send him out one.
All right.
He's on Matt Chat every week. He's great.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Raw. We're going to talk about Raw today, Larson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was a pretty fun show. I didn't know if it was just my mood or what. His Patreon chat going
Alex
on.
C. cracks me up.
This is a Caitlin Hooten is a kayfabe corner name.
Yeah. We never did that final edition of Kayfabe
Put it
Corner.
together, man. Put it together. Produce it.
Well, we're going to do a thing where we go head to head.
Yeah.
Well, I can only do half of it.
Yeah.
You make your list of fake names for you?
No. You make your list. Once you've made your list, it'll compel me to impel isn't a word. Impale. Compel. It'll compel me to do it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
You reminded me of Roman Reigns' tweet the other day where he said he was going to elicit a response from the crowd. I was like, hold on, Roman. You mean illicit?
Illicit.
Not illicit.
Well, it starts at the very top, Larson. Raw. I thought it was a pretty fun episode.
Yeah, it was a fun show. The first hour especially was pretty solid.
Holy crap. That Ronda Rousey segment was fantastic.
Yeah, man. She snapped.
That was great. I think our friendo Jason Solomon, the Solomonster.
Yeah.
He has the same idea that you had. where he thinks that the Alexa Bliss thing is simply because her arm can bend. But he posted up a picture on the Twitter of Alexa Bliss that time when she got her arm cranked, and all she does is bend it backwards. It's like double jointed.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm pretty sure they're just doing this to get that picture. Yeah.
I did one or two, and granted, I like Nia Jax. I think she's done great work, especially the level of improvement she showed since she's brought to Maine, because she's really new to the industry.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing that WWE executives, namely Vince, probably view Alexa as top star, or at least top heel.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
On Raw,
yeah.
And so if they're going to have Ronda take the belt off somebody, they're going to have her go against top heel.
I think it's like 80% that, and then the cherry on top is the fact that she can bend her arm backwards. Yeah, no, for sure. In any event, show opened with
Kurt Angle introducing Alexa Bliss because she's having a championship celebration. There's a table in the middle of the ring. One side was Money in the Bank briefcase. Other side, the Raw Women's title. Alexa comes out. She starts talking, saying, I want to thank everybody for this opportunity. And she pauses. Like she does this a lot, where she sets up for one thing and then swerves you.
She starts cutting a babyface promo.
And then she swerves you and saying, thank you for this opportunity to rub it all in your faces.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle says, Nia Jax has invoked her rematch clause, and she will have that rematch at Extreme Rules. She said she is currently rehabbing her arm in, I think he said Birmingham, Alabama.
Interesting.
So Alexa takes this opportunity to talk more trash, which brings out Ronda Rousey.
Ooh, she has a head full of steam. She is walking with purpose.
Yeah, her angry walk is great.
Oh, it really is. I mentioned this sort of during the pre-show because this whole segment was great. It just... The only thing missing is them letting her get more reps on the mic. She's comfortable, I'd say, now in front of all those people. But being able to cut like a really distinct... Actually, the backstage thing she did with Renee Young was really good.
That was good.
I just wish, like, she comes out, she has a great look on her face. I want to hear her say some really, really...
I actually prefer her
strong
just
words
coming out with a head of steam and just wanting to fight. Not wanting to say anything, and Kurt is the only thing standing in her way from destroying Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
I like that. I got no time for words right now.
I'll put it this way. I
want to throw hands.
This is my parallel. Stone Cold Steve Austin had his fair share of times when he would just come down to the ring and start doling out stunners. But you always knew, you could always hear his voice when he was doing that, even if he wasn't talking, because his voice was his attitude. And I'd like to, and the only reason I bring up that parallel is because there was the thought that they were going to treat Rousey with Stephanie McMahon the same way they treated Stone Cold with Vince McMahon. And I think Ronda has so much to offer, and we've seen this so far. We saw it in volumes at the last pay-per-view just 2 nights ago when she was being ragdoll. Like, she's really good. This whole segment was really good. I just want her to get some reps on the mic because I want to hear. I want to know her voice. You know what I mean? Because right now it's still kind of shaky.
No, I know, and I think that's probably why they focused this segment on the physicality aspect.
Sure, but if she doesn't get the reps,
no, I understand, which is why they did the stuff backstage, and she did. It's a shorter bit of talking. She can just focus on communicating what she needs to communicate in a matter of a handful of sentences versus memorizing a whole script. Build things up slowly and gradually till she's comfortable coming out there and doing 2 pages of dialogue. Yeah, effectively hitting her beats. With
I don't think she should have come out there and hit 2 pages of dialogue like a full on script or anything. But like 3 really effective lines, I think would have added to it. But I thought it was a fantastic segment. So, anyways,
Ronda comes in and Kurt gets between her and Alexa, and it's like, hey, no, we're not having any trouble here. And the whole time, Alexa is talking trash, culminating in calling her an overhyped rookie. And then eventually Ronda snaps. She kind of pushes Kurt aside, takes down Alexa, starts dropping elbows on her.
I liked her punches, and man, I love her gut punch. I love that. It's so visceral. It was great.
She doles out a judo throw on Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
And he did a heck of a job. I don't even know if he really had to do anything.
Yeah,
probably not.
Yeah, probably not. But man, like just having one arm and then like launching him over, that was impressive.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
And then Alexa tries to hit Ronda with the briefcase. Ronda gets it, starts blasting Alexa with it. Turns her attention to Kurt, blasts him with it a few times on his arm. Refs come down the ring, tries to break everything up. She beats them up too. Yeah. Gut punches, as you mentioned. Some
the
kicks.
Gut punches are great. I'm not sure why more people don't do that.
I know.
Because it's a very effective visual.
Yeah, man. Especially if you hit someone right in their kidney or something.
Right, and they just
knock
double
the air out of them.
Yeah, and they double over.
Yep,
it's great.
So after she does that, she turns her attention back to Alexa Bliss, deadlifts her, picks her up, puts her on her shoulder, and does like a power bomb through the table.
Were you kind of sweating a little bit? Like when she first got her up, kind of in power bomb position, and like it looked like she was going to bring her down at first, not on the table. And I was like, ooh, is Alexa doing like a crunch? Can she do a crunch that long? Because I was like, I don't want her to get dropped on her head. But then she put her to that table with so much force. It was amazing.
Oh, I know.
It was so good.
It was great.
So flipping good. Kurt Angle, by the way, I have to say, Kurt Angle might have been the MVP of the show last night.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was that the last time, was the last time we saw him? I think it was the last time we saw him. Oh my God, I was cracking up when he just yoinked out of there.
Oh yeah,
during the Braun.
That was towards the end. Yeah.
The Braun Finn Kevin Owens Constable.
Yeah, he just said, "Yeah, later."
It's the runaway train and ran away. We'll get to that in a bit, but God damn it, that made me laugh.
That was great. So after that, they recapped this part of the show endlessly throughout the night. That was like my one kind of qualm about the episode is that we saw this thing like 6 times.
Yeah.
Literally right after it happened, they recapped it twice.
Yeah.
But we get to see Ronda walking backstage with Kurt. Kurt says, "You can't do this. You know, you can't lay your hands on me. You can't do this. So I got to suspend you. My hands are tied, essentially."
Yep.
And that was that. Suspended.
Yeah.
Later on, Ronda is interviewed by Renee Young. And, she says, "Yeah, I'm suspended." Oh, well.
She had a head full of steam, though.
Yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
Oh, well. It was like, And then she said something about kicking Alexa Bliss's ass at the very end.
Yeah.
And then stomped off.
Yeah.
So it was a really effective couple lines of dialogue. She delivered it with a lot of passion. Man, she really does seem to be made for this stuff. She really does seem to be made for this stuff.
Yeah. The quickness with which she's picking everything up has been really impressive.
Yeah. If she could be, I think that's my thing. If she could be an effective promo person, I think.
Oh, that's
I think
I agree.
She's done so much so well so far in such a small amount of time.
Yeah.
I'm just anxious for her to be like the complete package.
The macrocosm, I agree with you, but I just felt like this segment was totally fine without her saying a word.
Yeah, it was great.
Next, Seth Rollins came out and dropped a promo saying, "Yeah, let's push to my limit against Elias at Money in the Bank, but he's a fighting champion. Intercontinental Championship Open Challenge is back. So whoever wants to challenge me, come on out. Record scratch. I'm here to show the world. It's Dolph.
Dolph and Drew come out again.
And at first, there's a moment as to who is going to be Seth's opponent. Dolph nods to Drew.
Yeah.
Dolph walks down to the ring. He will be challenging Seth Rollins.
Yep.
And he was successful.
Yeah, this was crazy. Did not see this coming. For one thing, there's a couple of questions here. Number one, does this definitively mean Dolph and Drew are singles guys who are just...
No, doesn't mean anything.
They have each other's backs.
It means
Dolph is the top singles champion on Raw right now.
I understand, but that doesn't definitively mean they're strictly two singles wrestlers teaming up for the mutual benefit of each other. They could pursue tag team gold as well. We don't know.
Yeah.
Right now, Dolph's Intercontinental Champion, but who's to say they don't go after the tag title at some point? Anyways, I think the larger question is, does this loss, and I'm guessing subsequent loss next week by Seth, instantly move him up to a top contender to take on Brock at SummerSlam since Braun didn't declare last night? Where's the markers? This seems like a whiteboard moment.
Oh, you're doing this now, huh? They fell somewhere. Oh, here they are. Use the blue one. The blue one actually works. Yeah, here you go. There's got to be a more effective way. You sprung this on me. I didn't know we were going to do the whiteboard.
I didn't know I was going to do either. It just felt like a moment.
All right.
So we're having some sort of multi-person match next week, Kurt announced, during a segment with Reigns and Lashley, which we'll get to later. So we got Reigns, we have Lashley in this match.
Uh-huh.
I'm guessing if and when Seth loses next week, he will be involved as well. Probably Finn Balor, because he made his intentions known that he wants to be a part of it as well.
Okay.
So if those are the four participants in match.
When Braun was talking about his briefcase, did that indicate that he wanted to be in that match too?
He doesn't need to be in that. In the match to determine number one contender?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't need that match. He is number one contender anytime he wants.
He said, this briefcase lets me be anywhere at any time, which isn't really the case. And I thought he was declaring that he wanted to be in that match too. Because he said, this briefcase lets me be in whatever match I want to, which doesn't.
Well, no, it just gives him a title match, not a match to become number one contender for the title.
I don't know if he understands that or not. So I don't know if he's going to be in that Extreme Rules match or not.
I don't think so.
What did he do?
I think he's going to have a match either against Baron Corbin or Kevin Owens. One of the two.
Yeah.
It could go either way.
All right, so what is this 1, 2, 3, 4? What are we talking about here?
So I'm
contenders?
Guessing, well, let's assume that this match at Extreme Rules is going to be a fatal four-way. We know Reigns and Lashley are two of the participants because Kurt said as much last night. Let's assume that Seth.
What is this list? I want to know what this list
is. We're power ranking people that's going to face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
Oh, it's Braun. I have the answer. It's Braun.
I don't know if it is.
It's Braun. It's got to be Braun.
I don't think it is.
You think it, and then number 2 is Seth.
And then Roman.
And then Roman.
And then Bobby Lashley.
Why is Bobby in this conversation?
I don't know. They're not doing anything else with him.
I guess not.
I would actually do that.
You would put Braun down to number.
Yeah, because if they're gonna
4,
3,
because
if they're gonna have Braun just challenge Brock at SummerSlam, have him come out last night and say, "I'm cashing in now, and I want a piece of Brock at SummerSlam."
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Yeah.
The fact that they didn't do that.
Oh, did you mention the fact that when? Oh wait, that's later. Never mind. Sorry.
The fact that Braun didn't do that leads me to believe that he's holding on that briefcase. Maybe he'll cash in after the match at SummerSlam. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's entirely possible. But if they were going to go that route, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Open the show. Braun comes out with briefcase. I'm cashing in at SummerSlam on a piece of Brock Lesnar. Done.
Yeah.
That crowd would get hype immediately. Start the show.
Yeah.
The fact they didn't do that leads me to believe that match, one-on-one match, is not happening. So I'm guessing it's going to be, well, these two, I'll say all these guys, sorry, not him. These 3 guys plus Finn. Actually, I'd put Finn at 4.
Well, then you got to add Bobby somewhere. You can't just take him off the list.
These 4 guys in a fatal 4-way at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, okay.
Seth comes out, faces Brock.
Mm-hmm.
And then Braun will probably do a thing with Kevin Owens or Baron Corbin because they kind of set that up too last night. Probably Owens though, and maybe we'll get Finn Corbin.
Yeah,
somewhere down the line. That's my gut is telling me.
But here's the thing though. Okay, so Seth wins Extreme Rules. He goes on to Brock at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do this so the words SS are on our freaking board. Braun Strowman. So do you think he's going to be preoccupied with Kevin Owens leading all the way into Slam?
Could be.
Yeah, maybe. That could be a hell of a good feud too.
Oh, it would be, yeah.
All right.
But then we have to say what the odds are of Seth taking that title off Brock. Are they really going to leave that title on Lesnar all the way to Mania next year?
Never bet against Brock. He's going all the way to Mania,
where Braun will cash in on him.
Yeah. All right. We figured it out. Good job. I think you're wrong about Dolph, by the way. I think there's no way those guys are going to go for the tag titles.
Oh, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying
they could do anything.
I wouldn't preclude it as a possibility. They're definitely not going to do it anytime soon. I'm hoping the fact they're putting the Intercontinental title on Dolph now means they're going to fast track or at least set the wheels in motion for a potential Dolph and Drew feud over the Intercontinental title.
I would want that to happen at next Mania because I don't want Drew. I guess you could. I want a slow burn for that. I want a slow burn.
Well, I guess fast track meant within the next 6 to 8 months, not necessarily like
that is not a fast track. Fast track means like 3 to 6 weeks.
Well, considering they just debuted as a team.
What you're talking about is like good long-term booking.
Considering they just debuted as a team, 2.5 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
I would consider them starting a feud between them now the last 6 to 8 months is kind of fast-tracking it, as opposed to having them be a team for a year or two.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're not going to. No, man. I think Vince loves freaking Drew.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
heard that. We know
Yeah.
Triple H loves Drew.
Yeah.
No, Drew is going to be. But I just think that post-Mania, when Lesnar finally loses that title, or the Greatest Rumble 2, when Lesnar finally loses that
Whenever
title.
it happens.
Or Mania 36.
Yeah.
At that point, like the field would be a bit clearer. Yeah, I don't know. It adds intrigue, though, man. I like that. It adds intrigue.
So, anyways, after the match, Dolph takes the belt. He wins with a roll up with a handful of tights. Mm-hmm. So Dolph starts taunting Seth, shoves the belt in his face. Seth doesn't like it, gets a little angry. Drew comes in and beats the heck out of Seth, along with Dolph's help.
Yeah.
Culminating in a Claymore zigzag combo. They don't have a name for that move yet. Afterwards, you get an interview with both of them. Good stuff. Drew is great. Drew's the best.
Drew is the best, man. So manly. He's dope. I love him.
Next, we had Bob Roode.
And I love the TV direction on Seth, too. Like, they really, really were heavy on the moment for him losing that IC championship.
Yeah, and they really played up the fact that both his knee and neck were compromised following his match against Elias, and that could explain his loss. He was going too hard, essentially.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, though, that they didn't really weave the story of him grabbing the tights, besides Elias mentioning it in his promo. Mm-hmm. They didn't really weave that too much into it. I'm kind of glad about that. I don't want them focusing on one moment, and then we get another rematch with Elias, and et cetera, et cetera. I mean, this was fairly shocking that Dolph picked it up. And, of course, Dolph is, a pretty big time. What is he, like a 6-7-time IC champion
Something
now?
like that, yeah.
So it fits for him. It does... I guess one of the reasons why I would hesitate to think they're going to go into the tag division is because, I don't know, you don't want them dilly. The IC championship, because Brock is never around, like I said, is the top title on Raw week to week. And, dilly-dallying in the tag division, I'm not sure. Unless they have really big plans for them. Mm-hmm. I mean, then I guess they could.
They have the Intercontinental title and the tag titles between them.
Because the tag division, by the way, I was totally proven right with last week's discussion about Authors of Pain or the Revival taking on Drew and Dolph. You see how they treated Revival? Comedy act! Squash Brothers.
Bummer.
It is a bummer, but that's just the way it is. Bob Roode versus, talk about a squash match. Bob Roode versus Kurt Hawkins. I literally walked up during the final chords of the Glorious song.
Yeah.
Got up to go to the kitchen. And, there's not a lot of distance between my living room and the kitchen.
No.
I got to the kitchen. I opened up the kitchen door, and I heard the Glorious theme song play again.
Yeah, super quick.
This was a very fast match. Bob Roode versus Kurt Hawkins. Kurt Hawkins looking for his first win.
He's 204 now, I think. Anyways,
and
Bob Roode selling the effects of his Money in the Bank match, specifically the coup de grace spot with Finn Balor, sporting some rib tape. Mm-hmm. It's low. It's more like hip tape. But anyways, Bob Roode picks up the win with the glorious DDT. Kurt Hawkins' losing streak continues.
Continues on. Womp womp.
Next, Braun Strowman promo. Mm-hmm. That's where he calling out Brock Lesnar and saying, anywhere Brock is, I'll be there to cash in on him. Essentially what he said.
I appreciate that Braun doesn't quite understand the nature of a pay-per-view schedule. Like, these shows aren't just thrown together. They're planned out in advance. So he could have said SummerSlam's on the horizon or whatever next pay-per-view WWE has planned.
Yeah.
Because Kurt Angle later on, was it later on? When he talked about, when Roman came out.
Yeah,
the
the board of directors, whatever, decided when Brock Lesnar's next title defense. Maybe Braun just wasn't privy to that information.
Yeah, you'd think still he can go talk to some people, but that doesn't really seem to be a strong suit. He's man of action.
Yeah, action
instinct.
now. Anyways, he's interrupted by Kevin Owens. Mm-hmm. And Kevin Owens says, I want to be the first out here to congratulate you on your victory. And he offered to forge a mutually beneficial relationship.
Kevin Owens is all about relationships these days.
Yes, relationship building.
To network.
Yeah, build relationships. And he wasn't trying to fool Braun into saying we could be friends. He said we can use each other.
Yeah.
You help me, I help you.
Yeah.
And then I help you win the Universal title, Braun, and you get me a title shot. Mm-hmm. That's all Kevin Owens is asking for. Mm-hmm. And then Kevin Owens says, regardless of all that, here I just want to shake your hand. Mm-hmm. And so he extended his hand. Braun took it. They shook hands. And then Braun just wouldn't let go. And it's great how Kevin Owens turned around and was like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I knew
his reactions are bad. Because he's already selling, obviously, the night before.
Yeah, getting tossed off the ladder.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Anyways, Braun tried to go for a power slam on Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens was able to escape. And then, goddamn, that same segment with Kurt Angle running away. Kevin Owens' reaction to Braun.
I know.
Anyways, after that, we had Sasha and Bayley backstage. Once again,
they're friends.
They're friends again.
Fresh start.
Which meant that they weren't going to be.
They weren't going to be friends
long.
by the end of the show.
Yeah. Oh, so this next segment here, Woken Matt and Bray, the deleter of worlds,
versus Slater and Rhino.
So the match is about to kick off, but then the B team shows up and they do a parody version of Matt, the deleter of worlds promo up on the big screen down in the bowels of the arena or wherever they were. No. At first they had the curtain behind them.
Yeah, and they just dimmed the lights. So
yeah, and they dimmed the lights. Yeah. Now this entire feud is worth it for the sole reason of getting Bo Dallas
to do an impersonation
of his brother because it was dead on. And did you hear the crowd get giddy over that reaction? Because first thing you see is a Curtis Axel doing a really bad Matt Hardy impression, doing a Woken thing. And then Bo Dallas shows up, and everybody in the arena, everybody involved with this, understands probably from the get-go, the people involved with it understand how damn good his impression of his own brother is.
Yeah.
Because it was flippin' uncanny.
Oh, yeah.
And it's hilarious, doubly so, because everybody's been wanting, or a lot of people have been wanting, Bo Dallas to have joined the Wyatt family. And this is exactly why. Mm-hmm. Because he is so Wyatt. Mm-hmm. He is so Wyatt. It was fantastic. And he starts talking in riddles, but it's a really goofy version of it.
Yeah.
But he plays it completely straight.
Well, for a while, then he pulls the fake beard down.
Mm-hmm. He says, "You know what? No, we're the B team. We're not afraid of you," or something like that.
Yeah,
and then Curtis Axel just keeps on trying with the Matt Hardy thing. And then Bo Dallas puts the beard back on. They start doing it, and
he says, "Run!" and he collapses his portable lantern.
Well, he does. He hits the button on it that turns it off, and then they start sitting there like, "What do we do now?"
No, he collapsed it. It's a collapsible lantern.
Did he collapse it? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he just turned the button off, and then they just start sinking down. And they're like, "Okay, you're doing it too fast." No, you're doing it. It was great. It was
pretty funny. Anyways, but Bray and Matt won. They beat Slater and Rhino. Mm-hmm. Not a huge shocker with the kiss of deletion.
Mm-hmm.
So they haven't announced the date for this match yet. Maybe they'll hold off till Extreme Rules. I know it's another month away.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be great for the flipping compound, man.
Oh yeah, it'd be perfect.
You know? It really needs to be there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so after that, we had Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin backstage. Kurt Angle's trying to give some lip to Baron Corbin because Baron Corbin's talking about Stephanie McMahon and how she was pleased with how Kurt treated the Ronda thing, giving her a suspension. And then Kurt started talking crap about Stephanie, basically. And he realized that Stephanie was on the phone at that moment. Corbin hands the phone over to Kurt Angle. He starts talking to Stephanie. They go to commercial. Commercial lasts like 2 minutes. They come back. He's still on the phone with her, except he is profusely sweating.
Yeah. Well, he was sweating a little bit before, and then during the span of the commercial break, they went from being on the periphery of his blazer.
It was soaked through his shirt.
Nearly coalescing in the middle of his chest.
And it's all in his face and stuff.
Yeah, those lights are pretty hot.
I think it'd be funny if it was actually a gag that they did.
That'd be funny. They have SNL type sweat things on him.
Yeah. Everything should be.
He's literally sweating his job.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so stressful.
Because, man, it was a lot.
It was a lot.
So, yeah, anyways, he's obviously getting chewed out by Stephanie, and she's giving him the what for, and she's giving him, I guess, the instructions for how to handle the #1 contendership for Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And he said, I've got a couple ideas, and then she cuts him off, basically says he has to run everything by Corbin.
Constable Corbin. Corbin's been doing great work the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, no,
he was hilarious.
Yeah, he was good. Next up we had Jinder Mahal came out. I have a big smile on my face whenever Jinder shows up. I really do. He's got that big smile on that great face of his.
I know.
Sunil's all walking, all busted up and everything.
Yeah.
But he's still loyal.
So he drops a promo saying, essentially, my loss to Roman Reigns really doesn't bother me. I found new inner peace.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's pretty much, he's cool.
Yeah.
He's mellow.
And
he gets in the ring, gets ready for his match, bell rings, and it's just grimace on his face.
Yeah.
It's over the top scowl.
Yeah. And they do a really good job of the close-ups.
Oh, yeah. And then he goes and he beats the heck out of Chad Gable, wins with a cloth.
Yeah, it was good.
Although Chad Gable has some good offense.
Yeah, no, he did. They give him a little bit, but I don't know. I could see Chad Gable. I could totally see Chad Gable 6 months from now, or whenever they do layoffs, getting cut, killing it on the indie circuit, and coming back as a better.
I could almost see him just getting sent to 205 Live.
Yeah, maybe. Depends on what they want to do with 205 Live. If they want to keep it for fresh names. I mean, look, dude. Whatever he does, he's gonna kill.
Yeah.
It's just they're lost with he's sort of lost in the
I wonder if they're kind of spinning their wheels with him until Jason Jordan comes back.
Maybe. I would hesitate to think they have like plans that far out.
Yeah, I know. But you never know because we've seen some Chad Gable, Kurt Angle interaction. Kurt said he was going to put Chad Gable in one of the matches, qualifying matches for Money in the Bank.
Let me go back to Seth for a second really quick. But
right.
I just remembered something that I saw on Twitter, and I have no source for it whatsoever. But the suggestion was Seth and Drew and Dolph are going to be in not a long-term thing, but something maybe that goes up to SummerSlam because of either Dean or Jason Jordan. It'd be a tag team feud with those guys, which would preclude Seth from being in the Universal title scene at SummerSlam.
Correct.
So that could be a thing, too.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. Let's see here. Next up, we have...
Riot Squad backstage is being in just a
bit more of a nuisance, though. They destroyed a laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still just being a nuisance.
Well, that's a heavy nuisance right there.
I mean, it's a costly nuisance,
couple $100 at least.
A nuisance nonetheless.
Yeah.
I mean, is the idea of them backstage, kind of...
They're thematically color schemed.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's good.
Kind of tearing stuff up as the idea is that they're dangerous. I think that's what commentary is trying to say.
Here's the detail. Well, they're dangerous to
laptops.
To laptops.
To electronics, yes.
Here's the thing that bugs me, though, is that, Ruby Riot's been tagging people with her black lipstick. She went to a mirror that was just randomly there.
Yeah, she wrote the letter R on it, and then she threw the lipstick.
Yeah. Does she have, a lot of that's her lipstick.
Yeah.
Why is she getting rid of that?
I don't know. I thought the same thing.
Did somebody have to go get it?
Aren't you gonna last week they did it to Bayley? They wrote R on Bayley. So if you're gonna win, you're gonna walk in this match assuming you're gonna win, and after you win, don't you want that lipstick handy so you can do the same thing?
Yeah. If I sit here and I tag you with this here, I put an S right here, right? Come on, okay. And I do this. This is valuable to me.
Yeah, because you want to do it either to me again next week or somebody else.
I want to do it to your cubicle over there.
Yeah.
I want to just tag it up. I'm not going to throw this.
Yeah. I don't know. I felt like it kind of gave away not the results of this match, but that they weren't going to write on somebody after the match. Right. Because she had no lipstick.
She didn't have any lipstick at that point, unless she has a bunch in her fanny pack. Next up, we had Sasha Banks and Bayley versus the Riot Squad.
And even though Sasha and Bayley said they were friends again, they could not work together.
Man, it's a tag team match. Why would anybody get annoyed with your friend? Hey, we're friends again. Tag team match. Coming off the ropes. Tag me in. You tag yourself in. Just go. That's cool. Do it. You got something good? It's a collaboration. You got something good in your mind? Go ahead and do it.
Well, it started out because early on, Bayley was in the ring first, start the match, and early on, Sasha extended her hand for a tag, and Bayley completely ignored it.
Yeah.
Which isn't an excuse necessarily to get upset, but then next time Bayley's in the vicinity, Sasha tags herself in.
That's on Bayley.
And that happened again.
Let her get in the match. If I'm sitting here extending an olive branch to you, you got your hand out? It's all you.
Yeah.
It's all you, man.
But then later on, Sasha was selling the effects of Money in the Bank, so Bayley tagged herself in, and she said to Sasha, I could tell, you got all that tape on your back. You're probably not 100%. Let me get in there and essentially, I think, carry the load.
Well, you know what? If she thinks she got it and she doesn't, what does it matter? You're not really fighting for anything. If she ends up losing the match for you guys, if you end up losing the match for you guys, then it's a lesson learned. Let your friend learn the lesson the hard way if that's how she's going to learn the lesson.
Anyways, Sasha pretty much lost because Bayley got inadvertently distracted the ref.
Yeah.
That's what happened. She lost via roll-up at the hands of Liv Morgan, and afterwards.
Bayley did try to extend an olive branch, but Sasha
pushed her,
and then pushed her down. Next up was
more Corbin Angle backstage.
This was great. This was one of those things where commentary was still yapping, and we got some silent film esque antics So they had a series of index cards.
Yeah.
Where the idea was there were ideas on them. So I've got my index cards here.
I thought they were like names on them, like they were trying to put together who is going to be in this match.
Okay, yeah, it could have been that too. So I got my index cards here. I'm Kurt Angle. You're Jerk Constable Corbin. Here's the names that I got here. Well, no, what did he do?
I don't remember.
He Matt chatted him.
Oh.
Nope. That's what he did. He had a Sharpie with him.
That's funny.
He crossed off the good ideas that Kurt Angle had. It was all Chad Gable and Jason Jordan.
Oh yeah,
that's what they all said.
Yeah,
Corbin actually saved that match.
It was six cards with Chad Gable and Jason Jordan.
Exactly. Yeah, it was like terrible names. He's like Kurt Hawkins.
Oh,
people that aren't even on the brand.
I know. So next after that, backstage, Sasha and Bayley. Bayley comes with Sasha. She tries to yet again extend an olive branch. Sasha doesn't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
And then it was Bayley who actually threw the first punch.
Yeah. Remember when we did this like 3 months ago and then it never went anywhere? Hopefully it'll go somewhere this time.
Yeah, maybe they were waiting until
they could have a killer match at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Do that. Killer match. I mean, they're going to have one of Extreme Rules, I'd imagine. So, yeah, it definitely seems, this was a hell of a brawl. Definitely seems that they're actually moving forward with this now. So that's good because that'll be a good match. Anyways, and then Sasha threw. Oh, whoa!
What?
Breaking news! Can we do a news?
What is it?
Well, this is okay. So take this with a grain of salt, but maybe load up WWE.com. This is Adam Mayhem just texted me. Why he has my number, I don't know. Big Cass has been released.
Oh wow!
According to Adam Mayhem's text, he might just be trolling me.
That would be something.
Let's see if it's anywhere on. Let's see if it's on the Twitter. He might just be messing with the stream.
Yeah, it's 4 minutes ago from WWE.
Yeah, there it is, WWE. WWE's come to terms on the release of Big Cass. Can we pause the stream and then do a Going In Raw short?
No, we got to finish
news
we
daily.
We got to finish the stream.
We got to finish the stream.
Anyways, our podcasts do better than their short form stuff, so we can just say Raw review, Cass released.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That seems to kind of happen out of nowhere. Maybe they just wanted him to finish that Daniel Bryan feud.
Yeah.
And this is, I don't know, still punishment for that one segment.
Wow. Man, I let that fool break news for us. Adam Mayhem. Damn it, Adam Mayhem. Swerved me. Got me again.
I mean, what else do we have to say about Cass being released? Let's get it out here right now.
Until we know more info, there's nothing really to say.
I know.
I hate saying this. He was one of those guys who, while I appreciate it, it's kind of like Jason Jordan. I know you were high on Jason Jordan. And I appreciated his work. I just wasn't really interested in it. And while Big Cass, I appreciate his work, I'm not really interested in it.
I agree with you on Cass.
Yeah.
Because, like Cass, he was improving his mic work considerably.
Yeah, sure.
And his last match with Daniel Bryan at Money in the Bank was pretty solid.
Yeah.
But you still felt like there was limitations to his in-ring work. Whereas Jason Jordan, I don't feel that way at all. Jason Jordan is a fantastic wrestler.
Yeah, I know. I agree with that.
And I felt like right before he got hurt, like a month or so before he got hurt, he was really finally getting into his character and finding the best way to portray that.
Yeah.
And it was effective, I thought. And I thought there was a lot of room for growth there.
I didn't miss it when he was gone. I guess that's my only thing. But that's
I don't know if I necessarily do either because
if Samoa Joe's gone, I super miss him.
Yeah.
If Big Cass being gone, I don't miss him. And Jason Jordan, I really don't miss him. Although when he shows back up again, I might be entertained. But I don't really miss him.
Well, I think part of that too is part of it is Jason Jordan. While they tried to make him a massive part of Raw, I don't think they were necessarily effective in doing so. Mm-hmm. And also, like Samoa Joe, we've been following his career for for at least since he's joined NXT.
I'll put it this way with Jason Jordan.
But kind of casually even before that.
I liked his stuff with Elias.
Yeah.
I think him being in that level of the card was great. When they were putting him in with the Shield stuff, while Seth Rollins' reactions to him were great, it just seemed like it stalled so many things,
Oh, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I know. But then look at Seth since then.
Oh, I know.
It's way better. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'd rather see. Same thing with Big Cass. Going back to Big Cass, though. With Big Cass, we might only have 3 months left with Daniel Bryan. Give me Samoa Joe, Shinsuke Nakamura, and AJ Styles. And you're dicking with Big Cass. Give me a break. But anyways, good luck to him, I guess.
That's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Interesting. Adam
Mayhem now is in chat. Breaking news: Cass and Enzo definitely going to Impact. Look at Alex C defending Impact. Impact are booking things quite well now. I don't think Callis would bring them in.
Anyways, back to Raw. Surprising news, though.
Yeah.
Next, we had Kurt Angle came out to drop a promo, interrupted by Big Dog Roman Reigns. Saying, "Hey, I'm uncrowned.
I never lost it. Greatest
Universal Champion.
Yeah,
I should take on Lesnar at SummerSlam." He's interrupted by Bobby Lashley,
and then all of
who
a sudden,
says that Roman Reigns could never beat Roman Reigns at first.
Somebody started pumping what is it like when it was like one of those videos where somebody who just came back from the dentist or whatever is in the back of a car and you've got all sorts of goofy gas. Because Kurt started talking weird and Bobby was talking weird. Roman was just standing there. He wasn't really saying anything. Yeah. But Bobby was like, when I beat Roman Reigns.
No, it says
Brock Lesnar.
No, he says you can never beat Roman Reigns. I mean, Brock Lesnar. He's talking to Roman.
He stumbled a couple more times, and then Kurt Angle had a problem talking too. And I was like, what is happening with you people? Wake up.
No, I think it's sort of like when someone yawns, you yawn. It's like something kind of starts to derail. It kind of derails things entirely. Maybe you get self-conscious. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I was kind of laughing about it.
Anyways, Kurt announced that there will be a number one contender match for the Universal title at Extreme Rules, a multi-person match. And he said, "Hey, Roman, Bobby, calm down. You're both in that match."
Yeah.
The Revival come out. Drop a pretty decent promo.
No.
About them being the top of the pack in terms of tag team excellence, which they're not, unfortunately. They are, but they're not. And he said, once we beat the two of you with our chemistry, our teamwork, and it was actually pretty Roman. He goes, "Hey, your chemistry, teamwork." That was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I know. He said, "Chemistry team, shut up."
I know. Let's bring that bell so we can fight now.
See, chill Roman, man. That's the way to go.
Whenever
we see little flashes of chill Roman,
I know.
That's how you get him over.
It is. It really is.
Zubaz shorts and Corona shirts.
Because it just felt like that was just him.
I know. When it's just him, dude. I'm telling you, when it's just him,
it could get him over.
Like,
I swear, put that beef away with just Roman.
I know.
And it was great.
Man.
Probably the highlight of his entire career.
I know.
Put that beef away.
I know. That when he has a head for destruction, when he has a head for not letting anybody crap on him, and when he's just chill.
Yep.
Those two things will get him over. And he also needs some power bombs.
Yeah, more power bombs.
All power bombs.
So anyways, we had a match, Revival against Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley. This was just a vehicle to sow some tension between Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, man.
Revival had no chance, and this was a bummer.
Yeah.
In the end, Bobby Lashley tags himself in, hits a spear on Dash Wilder for the win.
Yep.
Using Roman's finishing move, although I guess that was Bobby's finisher in Impact, correct?
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they'll go Roman Bobby.
That could be.
Roman Bobby leading a SummerSlam. Shield versus Drew and Dolph going to SummerSlam. Braun Brock.
Then just have Braun declare. Have Braun declare last night. Well, they can have Braun face Brock, win this match, Extreme Rules, face Brock, lose, and then cash in right after the match and beat him or something.
Stop stomping. If Braun is in the Extreme Rules match, the thing about Braun is that he can just have that Money in the Bank contract in his back pocket.
Yeah.
So if he's in the Extreme Rules match, if he loses that for whatever reason,
doesn't win,
if he doesn't win,
he's not getting pinned.
He's not getting pinned. If he doesn't win that, he still has that in his back pocket to do what he wants.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of interesting. The way Braun talks is whenever the next time I see Brock, I got this and I'm cashing in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I like that as opposed to I'm setting up a proper match. But it's also not really opportunist. It's just, hey, dude, if I see your face, just know I'm cashing in.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's going to be any waiting. I don't know. It's interesting. It's a different kind of cash in. Opportunity potential. Anyway. So I don't know. Roman Bobby, I like that though.
Yeah.
Because that'll keep Roman out of the Universal title scene. We just want him to be out of the Universal title scene.
Yeah.
For like ever.
Yeah. Until they go full chill Roman.
And here's the thing. Bobby Lashley, they have not done anything with him to warrant the crowd really being behind him. So this could maybe get Roman a little more over.
Oh, I don't know.
Or it'll get Bobby Lashley over.
Yeah, I think so.
What if they like do the Bobby Lashley sister things again?
Oh, God.
That'd be kind of funny if Roman brought up his sisters.
No, it wouldn't be funny.
Roman brings up, hey, come on, listen. Take Sami Zayn out of that feud and insert Roman with everything else being the same. The dialogue, everything.
Oh, my gosh. It would
have been pretty damn funny.
It would have been an absolute train wreck.
It would have been so out of character for Roman. It'd be hilarious. Roman brings out a bunch of dudes dressed up as women. That actually would have been pretty funny.
It would have been 10 times more awkward.
It had been so bizarre, but it had been so much better than anything they've done with Roman Reigns in 2 years.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it would have been.
I think him saying put that beef away is the best thing he'll ever do.
I don't know, man. Anyways.
Next. Constable Corbin, Kurt Angle walking around backstage.
This is my segment of the night.
Are approached by Finn Balor. Finn says, I won in this match at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, man. And then and Kevin Owens rolls up, and he's talking some crap, and then Finn Balor says...
you better pay attention to what's going on behind you.
He says, you don't even know when there's trouble behind you. And then camera widens out. Braun is standing there behind Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens goes, runs next
Walks
to
the
Corbin.
opposite side of the frame, yeah. And then Braun says something like, I want to team up with my little buddy Finn here.
He said, I'm looking out for my friend Finn.
He said little
buddy. Friend, yeah.
Little buddy.
He said little buddy?
Little buddy.
I thought he said little friend. My little buddy Finn. They do make a great team.
Oh, heck yes.
Even though they lost. So, yeah.
And then Kurt just...
He says, this is a runaway train. And he runs away from, like, setting up a match. Because the match wasn't, like, set. He didn't say, okay, you guys are going to fight. He just says, this has become a runaway train. He just runs away. We don't see him again.
That's pretty hilarious.
Awesome. That was so great. He's like, this job is too much, man.
Next, No Way Jose versus Mojo Rawley. Mojo picked up the win pretty quickly. He did the quarter elbow. Looks like some sort of new finisher.
Yeah, he did. Well, he did sort of, I guess, a combo. He just ran it. He did the fist thing, the running punch.
Yeah, he said, lights out.
And then, lights out, and then brought him in the middle of the ring and then just slammed him down and picked up the win.
Like some sort of like pancake type deal.
Yeah. And then he cut a promo afterwards. He did an interview afterwards, and he said, I used to be hype. I used to be all about staying hype. Now I'm going to stay focused. And I'm like, that is not intimidating at all. I'm going to start taking focus in.
Start saying staying mean. You should have said that.
I thought he was going to say, I'm going to stay violent.
Yeah.
Or mean.
Yeah.
Or aggressive.
Yeah.
No.
Or dominant.
Dominant.
No.
He's focused.
No.
So should he start wearing like the horse blinders? He has focused vision. What could you do to symbolize? What is the physical manifestation of focusing? Isn't it like pills? To keep him focused?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Some smart drugs.
Before he comes out, he's on the ramp. He goes.
Maybe.
Drops a bunch of
Well,
pills.
not that motion.
Well, okay. In the scenario, he has a.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta be clear
so,
there.
Yeah, he can't. No. I'm gonna stay focused. Some idiot's gonna gift that now.
What, like some magnifying lenses? You know, like when you're working on. Like you're painting little figurines or something like that. You get rid of those lenses so you can really focus in on each little crevice.
That's good.
And limb of your little tiny figurines.
So
he looks at camera and his eyes look all huge.
But that also messes with his depth perception. So he runs towards the ring and he just launches way too early.
Or he thinks he's jumping into the ring. He does like a Titus under the ring.
Yes.
Something like that, yeah. It's all good stuff.
But he still does this motion.
Well, not that motion.
Yeah.
Do something like this. Next, Sasha Banks. She's trying to just walk to her car. She just wants to get out of the arena.
Get out of there. And Bailey has to roll up
it's
on
like,
her.
Sasha. I'm not done with you. And Sasha
I'm not
says,
done with you.
I'm done with you. I'm done with this friendship. She gets in her car and she drives off.
Yeah. Next up, Elias comes out.
He just sings a song.
Sings a little song about Seth Rollins cheating. And
then wanting a piece of Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm, yeah. He had his hair down.
Yeah.
Looked cool.
What was he says, when in times of trouble, ask yourself, what would Elias do?
Yeah, I liked the chorus. Song. I thought it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
But that's all he did. Next up, we had a Seth Rollins interview. He was backstage being interviewed about,
He was all full of angst and whatnot. He was upset. And then he says, Renee Young, I'm invoking my rematch clause.
Because she said, what are you going to do about Drew? And he said, I don't know. But
I got a week to think about it.
I got a week to think, exactly, yeah.
So we got Seth versus Dolph next week, the rematch for the Intercontinental title. I guess Dean has been at the Performance Center.
Although it's still like...
I said 9 months.
And it's only been 6.
Yeah.
So,
people sometimes heal faster.
Yeah, man. He could be like
John Cena.
Taking some of that stuff John Cena's taken.
Finally, our main event.
Main event.
Tag match, Finn Balor, Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens and Constable Corbin. Owens did a fantastic job of just selling injuries the whole time, holding his hip and his elbow. Gosh, it was great.
Okay, so we have to talk about this. Hey, I'm not wearing ring gear.
Love it.
Love it. You do? Why?
I love it.
Oh, it makes me so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm sure it is uncomfortable, but I love it.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
At one point, he takes the vest off, so he just has a dress shirt on.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
and it gets soaked in sweat and sticks to him.
Oh, it's the worst.
I love it. I think it's hilarious.
It's not ring attire, man.
I know, which makes it funny. He has his ring boots on, though.
Yeah, he does.
I don't care if it's comfortable. I think it's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
And I like that he's like full on embodying his character.
He needs to be careful, though. There was that segment where Braun was going to chase Kevin Owens again and do the shoulder tackle thing.
Oh, yeah.
And
he jumps off the apron,
and Corbin came off the apron and ate a big piece of Braun. He needs to just sort of do a flying clothesline thing, man. Keep it safe. That's the company's bread and butter, that Braun Strowman. He's the future. But then Finn Balor got was starting to take control of the match on Baron Corbin after Braun Strowman shoulder tackled Kevin Owens through a barrier, so they were both laid out.
Yeah.
Corbin got taken down. Finn Balor goes up for coup de grace. Corbin gets up, pushes him down, brings him over, eats an end of days, gets the pin on Finn Balor. They go over.
Yeah. There's a great spot where Finn was reaching to tag Braun in, and Corbin did that deep six off it. That was great.
There was that great bit where Braun Strowman came in, threw Finn Balor to his corner.
I know, got back to the corner and tagged himself in. That was hilarious.
That was awesome. And then, you mentioned the Braun, Finn telling Braun, throw me on them.
Yeah, and he did it. That was great.
Awesome. That was great.
Make those guys tag champions. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, man.
Don't go into chat right now because there's some spoilers from the United Kingdom tapings. Pretty major stuff. So if you want to avoid it, don't look.
Oh, man, I'm just about to click on this button. Why are you guys spoiling stuff?
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Do not talk about it on the show. Do not talk about it, though, Steve.
I won't talk about it.
Anyways, that was Raw. Pretty fun show. Let's answer some questions. Calm down. I know. It's pretty huge.
Whoa.
Well, there's breaking news happening while we're trying to record a podcast.
Man,
Cask
what
gets
is
released.
going on
That
here?
happens. I think that's all on the network this weekend. All the United Kingdom stuff.
Oh, man, that's so cool.
All right, next. Let's answer some questions, Steve. Focus, come on.
Hey, I stay focused.
No, you're too hype right now.
I am hype.
Alex Foster. So I walked in on the B team segment, was confused. Have you ever walked in on a wrestling segment and been shocked or confused as to what the F happened? I've had situations like you did where you walked out during Bob Roode's entrance and you returned to the room for the match to be over.
Yeah.
And you're just confused as to how it ended so quickly.
Yeah.
Although in the case of Bob Roode versus Kurt Hawkins, it shouldn't be that shocking as to how it ended.
Yeah.
That's happened before.
I don't know that I have. Yeah, I can't say that I have. I mean, I might have. I just don't. I was pretty shocked when we saw a guy get lit on fire.
Yeah.
That was pretty shocking.
Nemo, hypothetically, if Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins performed a match that went beat for beat, 100% the same match that Omega and Okada did, would Meltzer still give it 7 stars? No. I don't think it's why Alex Foster says it is, that Meltzer is biased in favor of New Japan. I think there's you could do the same moves. You can try to tell the same story. You could try to do the same story beats in terms of facial reactions, response to kickouts, yada, yada. There's something still intangible about certain performers. And the chemistry that Okada and Omega have together in the ring in terms of telling the story, incorporating all the small little details, their storytelling abilities, just in how they carry themselves, their body language, their facial reactions. I don't know if you give someone the exact same script that they could pull it off the same way and have it be as effective.
I'll take a slightly different tact. I would say if they did everything the exact same, it would be a 5-star match, because I think 2 stars go, like if it was in at some house show and it became this legendary, and it was on tape and people could see and all that kind of stuff, and the TV direction was the same, I'd say it would probably be like, wow, this really odd, spectacular moment between Zack Ryder and Curt Hawkins. They pulled off a 5-star match. 2 stars goes to history. It goes to these competitors, what led to that moment, the gravity of the situation, with everything that led up to it. I think history gets 2 stars. That's the only difference I would say.
All right.
Let's see here. I mean, I think because what you're saying is if they did all that stuff, if Curt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, if they had all the same facial reactions, if they had all the little details that you're talking about.
I don't know if they could go to those levels to recreate the match to that same degree, though.
Oh, I don't think they could, even if they were given a script, they couldn't, because they're not the wrestlers.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's not the question. The question is, if they did, if you replace, if Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada quantum leaped into the bodies of Zack Ryder and Curt Hawkins.
That's exactly the question he's asking either.
Well, it's a she, for one thing. But performed a match that went beat for beat, 100% the same match, 100%, which means acting and facial expressions.
But even you take 2 performers who are in, like, say, stage play. Mm-hmm. They're not going to be able to hit the same beats night after night the same exact way, because there's something specific about the quality of performance each individual time the performance is given.
Yeah.
They might know their beats. They might hit the same beats, but they're not going to do it the exact same way.
That's
Even
fine.
if you put Okada and Omega in the match and have that match, same match over again, it's not going to happen the same exact way.
I still say, well, yeah, I get that. I know that. My point is this: I think that the history and the build.
No, that's part of it. Yeah,
I think that's worth like 2 extra stars, because it's like you have all these expectations already, and the fact that they exceed them, I think that stands for a lot. What you're talking about, the chemistry, I think that goes into it as well. But I think if just 2 nameless performers did a beat for beat match like that, I think it'd still be 5 stars. I think that's the power of the match. You can put 2 vacants in there, and everything they performed, because the moves and what they do, that's part of the that's part of the storytelling. It is, and some of it is the acting, and some of it is the facial expressions.
Some of it is the history, the build up to the match. It's all of it. Yeah, no.
But I think move for move, if they did that same thing, I think on paper that's a 5-star.
I would say I would say though, you can't really. Like, if you're just looking at it strictly as a wrestling exhibition, yeah, but without the context, those moves aren't as impactful. There's purpose behind those moves, given the context, given their history, given their chemistry, given their performance.
Yeah, sure.
And without that history, you can't replicate that level of performance.
Well, then give it a star rating.
I don't know.
5.
Because it also comes down to, it's not just on paper having a series of moves. It depends on how well they can execute each particular move in succession in conjunction with all the others. There's a lot to go into it.
They're pro wrestling. They're pro wrestlers. They know how to do those moves.
I'm not going to give an arbitrary number because I don't know what it would be.
Okay, well, it's just a question about pro wrestling, man.
I'm answering it.
All right. Well, you're not really, because you're not giving any stars. I did 5. Moving on.
No, he just asked, would Meltzer
CM Punk finds it inadmissible in court. Are they going for a Steve Austin loose cannon feel for Ronda Rousey?
I mean, that's what we heard, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case. We'll see. Dwayne Nix, with Rollins losing that Intercontinental title, which I was almost right about him losing it at Money in the Bank, is time we see him move into the main event scene or get a shot at the Universal title at SummerSlam. It probably could be. It all depends what they're going to do with Braun. If they're not going to have Braun cash in at SummerSlam, then yeah.
Given that we haven't heard, sort of in the grapevine, and Seth didn't win. Well, he wasn't even in the Money in the Bank match. I don't know. I mean, I guess it wouldn't surprise me. I would love for them to move him up into the Universal title scene. I would love that. It does feel like it's still Braun and Roman's, though.
I know.
And so, I don't know. I think the theory that they're going to do a Shield versus, a pared down Shield versus Drew and Dolph seems a bit more likely to me.
Yeah.
Raymond Earl, is it just me or is the Riot Squad just cringy and lame? Yeah, no, they're just cringy and lame at this point. So that's just what it is.
Tommy T, hey friend, my question is, who are some people in WWE that aren't common answers that you think are capable of 5-star matches? Personally, I think if somehow he became 100% motivated, I think Lesnar is capable with the right opponent. I mean, you saw him with AJ put on a heck of a match.
Yeah.
He was capable of putting on 5-star matches during his first tenure in WWE.
Yeah.
He had a great match with Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania 19.
I don't know, man. I'll be honest. Like this is a lame answer. But the talent level is so high. I think pretty much any of them can. You know what I mean? Like like any of them are capable of it.
Yeah.
Whether that's we see that like in NXT. I mean, it's not all 5-star matches, but man, there's a lot of really, really good matches there. That if a lot of those performers, if they let them go 25 minutes or 30 minutes or 40 minutes, yeah, they can put on a 5-star match. And I think that goes with a lot of the roster. I mean, we know for a fact Kevin Owens can. We know Sami Zayn can. We know
Seth
Shinsuke
Rollins
can. AJ Styles. Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go down the roster, we know the Revival can. I mean, could the Ascension? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
You say New Day probably could. Usos probably could.
Oh, New Day could.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usos definitely could.
Thebar maybe. Yeah, Thebar could.
Thebar totally could.
Charlotte and Sasha could. Sasha Bailey pretty much have in NXT.
Yeah.
Their 2 matches were great.
I mean, I'd be skeptical about Alexa Bliss. I'd be skeptical, obviously, about Carmella.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be skeptical about...
But Becky could.
Oh, Becky could.
Becky's great.
Asuka could.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dolph could.
Mm-hmm.
Drew could.
Mm-hmm.
But Jinder. Skeptical.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Chad Gable could.
Yeah. I mean, part of it is, obviously their pure wrestling ability, but mostly I feel like it's just storytelling. How well they can tell a story, because that's what really will get people involved.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's the thing about 5-star matches is that it's like the perfect storm of storytelling and performance and athletic ability. It's sort of like a perfect storm of all that stuff.
The Nightcrawler, singular. Hey guys, so the kind of bad segment between Bailey and Sasha before their match, I definitely felt like it was more on them than creative. Are there any other segments in recent history that you felt were bad because of the talent involved and not the creative behind it?
I'm not going to say like the creative was great behind it, but I mean, you see, when Bobby Lashley starts telling Roman Reigns that he's been fighting himself, that's not great on the talent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not saying that his dialogue was amazing, but you got to go out there and say your lines right.
Yeah.
That time Bobby Roode got lost with Dolph Ziggler was pretty funny. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So like those are the kind of obvious answers when people like forget their lines. Richard Nason, why did the WWE choose to bury the Revival more with the useless tag match?
Yeah, I don't know. Why not put the Ascension in that spot?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I don't know at all. Bronson, first-time patron and first-time question asker. What is the timetable for the Drew turn on Dolph? These days, I'm a bigger fan of the Scotsman and would rather see him on SmackDown collecting titles. Thanks, friendos. I'm hoping it's kind of the first step in that storyline. I think that'd be great. Can't wait.
Let's see here. DJ Guttercat. First question. What do you think of the 2K19 cover and AJ Styles looking like he's about to go Power Rangers? I like that. I think it looks great.
Yeah, me too.
I think maybe I would have preferred him in a phenomenal forearm pose.
No.
Like dropping one of those. But I think they want something a bit closer up.
Yeah, no, and that's pretty
striking.
His entrance pose is pretty iconic.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Let's see here. Chris Psanis, first question. Who on the roster is in most dire need of the wig made from Constable Corbin's hair?
Who on the roster?
Yeah, who could use some of that Constable Corbin hair? Like, I feel like Dean is going a bit bald. Maybe toss some of that hair on top of that, top of him.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Sarcastic Devil, do you think it'd be interesting for Dean to return as the leader of Sanity?
No, they already have a leader.
Yeah.
AJ Fate. Jinder Mahal was calm after that loss. Maybe we can say he is now tranquilo. Is Jinder now LIJ?
No, that face is not tranquilo at all.
No.
There's a lot going on there.
Richard Nathan, Constable Corbin comes to you both and says, Hey, I need assistant, but I get one assistant. Who wants to assist Constable Corbin?
Who wants to be my
you're
assistant?
not me, you be assistant. Who takes the job?
The guy who had the hot dog hat.
No, it's you or me.
Oh, it's one of us?
Yeah.
You're more qualified. You're more detail oriented than
All
I
right,
am.
fine. I'll be an assistant.
You take good notes.
Constable. I'll be Deputy Larson.
There you go. Would you like that role?
I don't know.
I feel like you'd go home and complain about your boss a lot.
Yeah.
Probably. You'd probably be miserable.
Yeah, probably.
I think I'd get along with Corbin. I'd be like, hey, let me see your skulls collection. It's kind of weird. I mean, me and Corbin, I think we have similar interests. Motorcycles. Skulls. No?
No.
You want to do play-per-view?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
What do you want to do? You pick this time.
I was just Googling play-per-view. So that's where my head's at. That's why I can't be an assistant, man. I would be terrible as a personal assistant.
My goodness.
What did we just watch? What was on the other day?
Money in the Bank. We've done Money in the Bank.
We've done that before.
Next is Extreme Rules.
You know, I watched some Mid-South Wrestling last night.
How'd that work out for you?
I liked it. It was good. There was like a 30-minute long Brian Blair match versus somebody named Ernesto something or another. Hernandez, maybe?
All right, I got Extreme Rules 2009 here.
All right, I'm going to pull up 2011. John Cena has some sort of X-ray monitor over him.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of extreme.
So you can see him.
Something smells good.
I know.
What's up with that? It's weird.
I have 10 matches on this card. How many do you have?
9.
All right, I'll get rid of the dark match then.
Very well.
I'll go first. Fatal 4-way match for the United States Championship.
Okay.
MVP versus William Regal versus Kofi Kingston versus Matt Hardy.
Who came in as champion?
Kofi Kingston. Yeah.
Okay. Singles match. There's a dark match. Tyson Kidd versus Sin Cara. This is 2011.
Sin Cara.
Very good.
Next, a match, no holds barred match for the Intercontinental Championship. The champion, Rey Mysterio versus Chris Jericho.
No holds barred for Intercontinental?
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio versus Chris Jericho?
Uh-huh.
Who was champion?
Rey Mysterio.
Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Last man standing match. CM Punk versus Randy Orton. This is 2011.
CM Punk.
No, Randy Orton.
Oh, wow. I know Orton won a Mania. Previous Mania. Next, in the Samoan strap match, Umaga versus CM Punk.
I'll say Umaga.
No.
Wow. Good job, CM Punk. Tables match for the WWE United States Championship. The champion, Sheamus. The challenger, Kofi Kingston.
A table match?
Yeah.
I'll go with Sheamus.
No.
Darn it.
Kofi Kingston.
Triple threat hardcore match for the ECW Championship. The champion, Christian, versus Jack Swagger and Tommy Dreamer.
Christian.
No, Tommy Dreamer won.
It was a triple threat?
Yeah.
For the ECW Championship?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. I know he was ever WWE champion. Falls Count Anywhere match. Wait a second. How many have I gotten right so far?
2.
I only have 2 up. Okay.
Yeah.
Falls Count Anywhere match. Cody Rhodes versus Rey Mysterio.
Say Ray.
Very good.
Next, a handicap hog pen match for the title of Miss WrestleMania. Santina Marella versus Chavo Guerrero and Vicky Guerrero.
What is this for?
The title of Miss WrestleMania.
Vicky.
No. Santina Marella.
Damn it. I was going to go there. Loser leaves WWE match. Layla versus Michelle McCool.
2011?
2011.
Layla won.
Very good.
Next, a steel cage match for the WWE Championship. The champion, Randall Orton, versus Dave Batista.
Ooh. I'll say Orton.
No, Batista. In 7 minutes, no less.
Man.
It's a quick match.
Killing or dying right now. Ladder match for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. Alberto Del Rio versus Christian.
Oh, must be Del Rio.
Wrong, Christian.
Oh, wow. Next, a submission match. Well, The Big Show versus John Cena.
John Cena.
Yeah.
Lumberjack match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Well, The Big Show and Kane came in as champions. They took on the core team of Ezekiel Jackson and Wade Barrett.
Show and Kane.
Yeah.
A ladder match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jeff Hardy versus the champion, Edge.
Edge.
No.
Ooh,
Jeff
wow.
Hardy.
All right. Triple threat steel cage match for the WWE Championship. The Miz came in as champion. John Morrison, John Cena were the challengers.
Oh, Cena won.
Yeah.
Your last one, singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jeff Hardy, the champion, versus CM Punk.
CM Punk.
Yeah, it's cash-in. I won by 1.
Good job.
Yeah.
Well done. Anyways, that's it for show. Hilton, can you please hit the music?
Hit the music, please, Hilton.
Hilton, pay attention.
Please.
Hilton, pay
Please.
attention. What are you doing over there? Pay
Please.
attention.
Please.
Thank you, Hilton.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's it for show. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. Until next time, talk to you guys later.
Bye.